Now at 7, a milestone moment will share the story of a bond between a new grad and their lifelong mentor.
And we're going to see a very nice Mother's Day ahead. I'll have the full forecast coming up.
And later we are tracking the journey of a group of women biking across the country for a good cause, raising money to improve biking infrastructure and honoring a loved one. That's all ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Good morning. Thanks for joining us on this new hour. It is Sunday, May 12th. Professional skateboarder Tony Hawk turns 56 today, and of course, it is Mother's Day. Before we get to the news, let's get over to Jacob Montesano for your first warm weather. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Kyle. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, but especially my mother. Now, taking a look at the forecast, or current conditions rather, 56 degrees. We are seeing partly cloudy skies, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine today. Looking at the temperatures across our region, some locations are already close to the 60s, and a lot of our area could possibly be hitting 80 today. This very well could be the warmest day of the year so far. 83 is the forecasted high for you folks in La Crosse. It will be a bit warmer for areas near the Mississippi River, but Madison is still expected to get at least close to 80, if not reach 80 degrees. Winds could be a bit breezy, but with the temperatures being this warm, it's not going to feel cool at all outside. Now, looking at the cloud and rainfall forecast, we are expected to see some pop-up showers and storms during the evening, but these showers are going to be very brief, and a lot of our area may not see any rain at all, so no need to cancel any outdoor plans. And this will mostly be during the evening. Through most of the afternoon, we're going to remain dry until these very brief showers impact our area. But again, no reason to cancel any plans. Most of our region will miss out on the rain altogether, but a better chance of rain will come on Monday. I'll talk more in detail about that coming up a bit later.
Jacob, thank you. We will check back in just a bit. Now on to our top stories this hour. Yesterday, UW Chancellor Jennifer Mnookin, along with the many graduates, took part in the university's commencement ceremony. It came after 2 weeks of students and protesters' occupation of the campus library mall, protesting against the Israel-Hamas war and asking the university to divest from companies connected to Israel. Mnookin yesterday avoiding any direct comments on the protest, instead shifting the focus back to the war.
For many in our campus community, there is also pain and grief over the devastating destruction, injustice, and loss of life in Gaza and in Israel. And some of you have had to navigate this final year of your degree amid anguishing worry about friends and relatives. Please know that you're not alone in this difficult, very difficult time.
There was a small group of protesters who eventually left the ceremony on their own. The protest encampment was taken down this past Friday. Saturday, of course, was also a day of celebration for the class of 2024. Before commencement started, grads and their families visiting the UW Fieldhouse for a pre-commencement celebration, enjoying the last moments of college before entering their next stage of life.
I'm feeling really excited to start my life after college, but I'm also a little sad to be leaving UW-Madison. Change is hard, so it's a big change to leave college, but I'm excited for what's to come.
Now, as thousands of UW-Madison grads gathered at Camp Randall to celebrate the start of life after college, a select few took the chance to celebrate a different commencement beforehand, the start of their military service. Braden Ross was there at the Monona Terrace as 10 UW grads received their commissions in the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for Ensign Taurine, United States Navy.
It was a moment years in the making.
This is the moment that I, revel in.
Saturday, Ben Taurine graduated with a bachelor's degree from UW-Madison. But before he could toss his cap at Camp Randall, there was another milestone he had to pass.
I've always wanted to serve and protect people, and I thought that the best possible way to do that was join the military.
On the shores of Lake Monona, Taurine officially became a Navy officer.
I'm very proud and excited to experience this.
And he got to do it with one of his greatest mentors at his side.
He was my homeroom teacher.
That homeroom teacher, James Buchholz, has been cheering Taurine on since his sophomore year of high school.
I couldn't be prouder of Ben.
A retired Air Force airman himself, Mr. B guided Taurine through the aviation pathway at William Horlick High School in Racine.
I did 8 years in the Air Force as a crew chief, and which was an aircraft mechanic, and when I started this aviation program, it was based on that. So I was just trying to instill what the military taught me to the kids.
As a freshman and sophomore in high school, it's hard to kind of find who you are. He definitely helped he put the bowling borders up and helped me narrow down kind of what path I want to walk.
When Taurine went off to school at UW-Madison, they stayed in touch. And when it came time to choose a military mentor for the time-honored first salute tradition at his commissioning,
there was no doubt in my mind that it was always going to be James Buchholz.
I was shocked. I couldn't be more honored or proud of him.
it's a moment they'll remember forever.
I just remember looking him in the eye, smiling as we held that salute.
Solidifying their mentorship bond for years to come. Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
Braden, thank you. Taurine was designated as a medical service officer in the Medical Service Corps of the Navy. He's still waiting to find out where he will be stationed, though. Moving on to more local news, UW-Madison police saying they arrested a 29-year-old Madison man after he allegedly threatened a group with a knife Friday afternoon. Police saying the group of 5 was on the Lakeshore Path near the Memorial Union when the man allegedly waved the knife as they walked past him. Police say the man followed the group and pointed the knife towards them. Officers were called immediately, locating the man to make the arrest. They ended up confiscating a box cutter. The man was booked into Dane County Jail on tentative charges of disorderly conduct with a dangerous weapon and possession of drug paraphernalia. On Saturday, Madison police responded to multiple calls of shots being fired and vehicles fleeing near the 200 block of North Thompson Drive. Police located several shell casings at the scene there. They say no injured persons or property damage were located. One person is dead and another injured after a motorcycle crash in Beaver Dam Saturday. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office is investigating a motorcycle crash which resulted in the death of a 50-year-old Beaver Dam woman. The driver, a 42-year-old man from there, was as well as suffering life-threatening injuries. Police say the crash occurred on State Highway 33 near Thompson Road. Police say neither occupant was wearing a helmet and the crash remains under investigation. Let's take a live look now at the White House in Washington. Some news out of Washington. The Biden administration has been working urgently for weeks to stave off a full-scale Israeli invasion of Rafah, but at the same time, it's walking a diplomatic tightrope. This all after releasing a critical report on Israeli use of American weapons in the conflict. CBS's Natalie Brand is at the White House with the latest.
Republicans accuse the report of providing political cover to the president with his supporters. Democrats say it ducks the critical question at hand after the State Department said given Israel's significant reliance on U.S.-made defense articles, it's reasonable to assess that weapons may have been used by Israel's military in instances, quote, inconsistent with international law, but says it doesn't have complete information to verify.
It sends a muddled message because it's inconclusive.
The document comes the same week the president warned Israel that the U.S. will not supply offensive weapons for a large-scale military operation in Rafah. Already, the White House has paused the shipment of 3,500 bombs, including 2,000-pound aerial weapons. The White House is worried about the impact they could have in dense urban settings.
If Israel is serious about doing a precise targeted counterterrorism operation that can take out Hamas battalions but not cause undue civilian harm, you really don't need munitions of that size anyway.
But the administration's move has intensified divisions on Capitol Hill.
I think the president's doing the right thing.
This is terrible policy, and it's bad for the United States.
Responding to Republican criticism, the White House, in a statement to CBS News, says the president is still standing with Israel as they fight Hamas, but also making it clear how Israel defends itself matters. The administration says it does not want to see any more civilians killed. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Now to a consumer alert to be aware of a new rule limiting excessive credit card late fees, which was set to take effect Tuesday, has been put on hold. A federal judge on Friday temporarily blocked the U.S. government's attempt to ban credit card late fees of more than $8 a month. U.S. District Judge Mark T. Pittman sided with bank lobbyists to challenge the legality of the cap in a lawsuit, saying the policy is unconstitutional. The preliminary injunction will allow the lobbyists' legal battle to play out in court. Meanwhile, more people will soon qualify to apply for Social Security. That's thanks in part to a new rule expanding the definition of a public assistance household. Starting September 13th, a public assistance household will include those receiving SNAP payments. It will also include households with at least one SSI recipient and at least another household member who receives public income maintenance. Officials say the expanded definition will not only help more people to qualify, but it will also increase payments amounts for some SSI recipients, as well as reduce reporting burdens for people living in a public assistance households. Coming up here on 710 this morning, still ahead, the collapsed Key Bridge in Baltimore is set to be having parts of it removed today. And let's take a live look at the state capitol building. Jake will have another check of the forecast next. Plus, we're celebrating moms on this Mother's Day. Here's a look at some of the faces of the mothers of our News 3 Now staff. We're back in a moment here on Weekend Mornings.
Introducing Feli's Flowers Seasonal Planter Program. Makes the perfect gift for home or business. Enjoy a unique seasonal planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Attention, Wisconsin. Get ready for Tundraland's first ever mega sale event. Is your bath looking tired and in need of a serious update? Our mega sale event is the best time to get your new jacuzzi, bath, or shower from Tundraland. Check this out. Get 100% off on installation and make no payments until 2025. Now that's an incredible deal. And if you call right now, we'll even include a free accent wall upgrade. Just imagine, in one day your bath can go from this to this. With lots of styles to choose from, your bath will look simply amazing. We'll bring the showroom to you and help you find the bath or shower of your dreams. Our certified expert installers will complete your project in as little as 1 day. And all our jacuzzi baths and showers come with a lifetime warranty. Call now and get free installation, a free accent wall upgrade, and be payment-free until 2025. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or go to tundraland.com today.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
My late father-in-law lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had AMD. I didn't know it then, but it can progress to GA, an advanced form of the disease. His struggle with vision loss from AMD made me want to help you see warning signs of GA, like hazy or blurred vision, so it's hard to see fine details. Colors that appear dull or washed out. Or trouble with low light. That makes driving at night a real challenge. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
Teens have drama.
1 more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Introducing Feli's Flowers Seasonal Planter Program. Makes the perfect gift for home or business. Enjoy a unique seasonal planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Good morning, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know. Today might be the warmest day of the year, as highs could possibly hit 80. But we are going to see a few storms this evening, but a lot of our area won't see any rainfall at all. More rain is then expected for your Monday. Now first, here's a look at today's temperature forecast. We'll see partly sunny to mostly sunny skies for the majority of today, as highs could possibly hit the lower 80s, especially for those of you near the Mississippi River from Perry Duchesne up near La Crosse. Now we do have a small chance of some severe weather today, but we don't have an alert day simply because the storms are going to be very isolated, and at worst they'll be in the lowest end of severe criteria. So looking at that forecast today, as I mentioned, mostly sunny skies throughout much of the day, but we could could see some of those pop-up showers and storms starting around 5 to 6 p.m. and they will continue through the evening into the early overnight hours. If it does rain, it will be very brief, but as I've been mentioning, most of our area won't see any rainfall at all. Now, as we get into Monday, we are going to see more showers move into our area. This time, rain was a bit more likely, especially for Madison and areas south. We could see some heavier rain towards the afternoon and evening. Unlikely to see any severe weather, but we definitely could see some thunderstorms, and some of these showers may continue into Monday night. But as we get into Tuesday, it does look like a lot of the rain will clear out of our area. Maybe some lingering showers for places to the south and east. And I also want to point out that throughout the day on Monday, those of you in La Crosse and especially up north towards Eau Claire, rain is not likely for you folks. Now, as we get towards Tuesday afternoon, we are expecting sunshine, and Wednesday does look to be dry as well. Now, total precipitation, this is mostly from Monday's rainfall. We could see up to an inch for areas south of Madison, but the heaviest rain will stay to the south and east of our area out near Milwaukee. Now, taking a look at the temperature forecast over the next 10 days. After today, temperatures will be close to average. The average high this time of year in the upper 60s. By the end of the 10-day forecast, it'll be near 70. So we'll be pretty close. Overall temperatures are going to remain comfortable going forward. As we look at the full 7 to 10-day forecast, as I mentioned, rain is not very likely for you folks in La Crosse, but still could see some cloud cover. And then Tuesday will be a bit chillier with sunshine. That's the case for Wednesday as well. Thursday and Friday is our next solid chance of rain, and overall for our entire region, that'll be the best chance of rainfall this week, where we could see a few thunderstorms, especially for areas around Dane County. Some of those storms could be severe, so we'll have a little bit more details on Thursday's system as it gets closer. But then for next weekend, temperatures aren't going to change too much. We have a few other chances of rainfall. Overall, this looks like a very typical May forecast with 70s for the most part, a few chances of showers and thunderstorms. This is the rainiest time of the year. We actually average about an inch of rain every week, and we may reach that mark with the rainfall on Monday, and then Thursday especially does look like we could see some scattered showers and storms. Again, we'll have more details on the potential for severe weather as it gets closer. But temperatures, as I've been talking about, are going to stay relatively consistent. Not quite as warm as they will be today, though.
Thank you, Jacob. At least we have a nice 80 on the board for today. Anyway, let's move on to some national news now. A plan to use small explosives to break apart a massive chunk of the collapsed Baltimore Bridge has been delayed until today due to poor weather conditions on Saturday. The Army Corps of Engineers says it is a big step in continuing to clear the wreckage from the collapsed site.
These are very discrete, highly focused pressure charges that will be cutting through the steel.
The plan was set to happen days after the sixth and final body was recovered from the waters where the 213 million-pound cargo ship veered off course. The crash killed 6 construction workers and destroyed a key thoroughfare, crippling the economy at the port of Baltimore. A mother of 3 and grandmother of 6 has just celebrated her birthday and will be celebrating Mother's Day with videos of well wishes from around the world. Lots of flowers and more than $6,200 for her foundation. She's just turned 110 years old and is the oldest living survivor of the 1921 Tulsa Massacre, where a deadly attack happened in a Greenwood community known as Black Wall Street, which was torched down after stories stemming from a white girl and a black boy on an elevator inspired rage. At least 300 black residents were killed and thousands were left homeless.
I have many, so many I can't mention, but it's a blessing to live this long and easy to do. If I can do it, others can.
The family is concentrating on seeing Fletcher continue to live her days, being remembered and helping others through her foundation at 110. There was some panic at a church in Louisiana on Saturday. Police say a teen armed with a rifle tried to get inside a church in Abbeville, south about some 60 miles southwest of Baton Rouge. Authorities say the quick actions of parishioners likely saved lives. The chaos in the church was captured on a live stream of the service. 60 children were making their first Holy Communion at the time of the incident. Local law enforcement and the FBI are now investigating what happened. Let's lighten things up a bit to an event which took place on Saturday, all for the love of birds. Saturday was the day to join fellow bird lovers at the McFarland Bird Festival held at the Lewis Park Shelter. The event included all types of activities in honor of the winged creature, like guided bird walks, booths with all types of information and activities, as well as a raffle where great prizes were won in support of birding in McFarland.
A lot of migration come through. We'll see orioles around the lake edges. If we get into the school forest more, we'll see groups of warblers, we'll see vireos, we'll see grosbeaks, things of that nature. Things that have come from the tropics, Mexico, Costa Rica, and South America.
The event was free and open to the public, and if you missed it, no worries. There will be another next year, the second weekend of, well, it's not actually listed on here. Anyway, if you want to find it out, as well, I should have done so it makes it correct here, just visit www.mcfarlandlibrary.org for more information. Sorry we don't have the date for that. Cousins Brita Swanson and Karina Schneidler have been riding their bikes since May 6th, all for fundraising World Bicycle Relief. It's a nonprofit which partners with communities to improve riding bikes as another form of transportation. They tell News 3 Now another reason they're doing this is to honor their late grandpa, Richard Schneidler, who took a similar trip many years ago.
Yeah, so we're taking a cycling fundraiser trip from Duluth, Minnesota out to Portland, Maine. And we're doing it as a fundraiser for World Bicycle Relief, which is a super awesome nonprofit who helps give out bikes to people in rural regions or globally.
Their goal is to fundraise $30,000 by May 29th, which the WBR could use to repair and supply 180 Buffalo bikes, with over 70% of the bikes donated going to women and girls to improve access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities. Some really cool stuff there. Well, still ahead here on Weekend Mornings, Jacob is going to have a quick check at today's weather. Plus, the Brewers keep their winning streak alive against the Cardinals. That's next in sports.
Jalen Banks, News 3 Now at 6 and 10, weekends moving forward.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can capture all the moments that make summer, summer. Like driving a RAV4 to wade in a waterfall.
Nice.
Cruising to play mini golf in a Camry. Or taking a Tundra to the beach.
You're not going to leave me here, are you?
Right now, get a new 2024 Tundra with 1.99% APR for 60 months, plus $1,000 cash back. See your local Toyota dealer today.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Save on new Champion windows during replacement window season. Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy two, you get 2 free.
If your windows are drafty, ugly, or broken, your home needs our windows. We design, build, install, and guarantee it for life. We have enough hands to help you every step of the way.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks.
Buy two, get two won't last long. Call or schedule online at getchampionwindows.com.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Ask about Ubrelvy.
Cliff Bar is made with organic oats, but you're made for the climb. Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
So looking at the forecast a little bit later into the week, Tuesday we are expected to see dry conditions throughout much of the day, and that's the case for Wednesday as well, with maybe a few clouds moving into the area later in the day on Wednesday. But as we get into Thursday, we are going to see some showers and storms move into our area. This round of rain at this point looks to impact our entire area, and during the evening we could definitely see a few thunderstorms, especially for areas in the far southern portion of the state near Madison. And these showers and storms could linger into Friday, but it does look like by Friday afternoon we're going to see dry conditions again. So looking at the precipitation chances over the next 7 days, as I mentioned, we could see some rain tonight and tomorrow, but the best chance of rain will come Thursday into Thursday night, with possibly some lingering showers as we head into the beginning of next weekend. Now looking even beyond that, precipitation does look to be a little bit above average as we head towards the later portion of the month of May. And typically, I mean, this is the rainiest time of the year, so if it's above average, we're looking at even more rainfall than we normally expect.
Now on to some sports headlines this morning. The Brewers look to stay perfect against the Cardinals yesterday in Milwaukee, not losing a single game to St. Louis all season long so far. To pick things up in the bottom of the 7th, Milwaukee was down 1 with 2 on and 2 out, and Rhys Hoskins flips the game on its head with one swing of the bat, getting a huge homer, putting the Crew ahead 5-3. That would be enough to get the win. Their 8th straight against the Redbirds. It's the longest win streak against them in Brewers franchise history. And staying in the NL Central, where 21-year-old Paul Skein made his MLB debut for the Pirates. The Phenom is known for his unique pitch, coined the sprinkler. His work on the mound could help to get Pittsburgh a win over the Cubs with 84 pitches along with 12 outs. 10-9 was the final there. They will next play the Brewers Monday in Milwaukee. Finally,
for Steve Stricker from
to get a three-peat at the Regions tradition on Saturday. He'd enter the 3rd day as the leader after shooting a combined 12 under on Thursday and Friday. He finishes the day at 1 over, and he'll enter the final day within 2 strokes of the lead later on today. Andrew will have much more in sports highlights and news coming up in our next half hour. Stick around. There's more coming up. We'll be right back.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
You know what's brilliant? Boring. Think about it. Boring is the unsung catalyst for bold.
What straps gold to a rocket and hurtles it into space? Boring does.
Boring makes vacations happen.
Early retirement's possible. And startups start up because it's smart, dependable, and steady. All words you want from your bank.
For nearly 160 years, PNC Bank has been brilliantly boring so you can be happily fulfilled. Which is pretty unboring if you think about it.
We really need new siding.
After I get my windows. Have you tried opening ours?
We're not touching the windows until we redo the roof. It's leaking.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly.
Wait, everyone can agree on 1-800-HANSON because our windows, roofing, siding, and gutters are all guaranteed for life, and our baths have a no-leak guarantee. Get 50% off installation or no interest and no payments for 2 full years.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Last year, our daughter blessed our family with this cute little nugget. We're supposed to leave our next generation better off, but because Washington politicians have spent our money recklessly, he starts out owing hundreds of $1,000s of debt. It's wrong. The spending needs to stop. Unlike career politicians who drive us deeper into debt, I'll fight for him and for your children to have a better future. I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option.
Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Been scammed? Landlord not responding? Have billing disputes? Take action. Thursday from 4 to 6:30 p.m. Call 608-270-2833 and News 3 Now's Call for Action investigators will help you get results.
Breast cancer is the most common form of cancer in women. Join the News 3 Now team in the fight against breast cancer at the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk, Saturday, June 8th at the Alliant Energy Center.
Now at 7:30, a look at yesterday's commencement ceremonies. Plus, an Iowa County woman has been arrested for child abuse. Your top stories at 7:30 are coming up.
We're going to see a very nice Mother's Day ahead, but we do have a chance for some rain later today. All the details coming up.
And later this half hour, Shane Hogan sits down with Dr. Rupa Shah to discuss ways to stay hydrated during the summer months. That's all ahead here on Weekend Mornings. Good morning, thanks for joining us. I'm Kyle Pazorski. Happy Mother's Day to all out there. Like Jacob's been saying all morning, I think my mother is the best. He thinks his mother's the best, but I think that's an all-around kind of general take on this, don't you think, Jacob?
Yeah, that's a general consensus across the board. And overall, this is going to be a very nice Mother's Day as well, especially if you like some of the warmer temperatures. This might be the warmest day of the year so far. So taking a look at the current conditions, 56 degrees. We are seeing a little bit of cloud cover, but we are expected to see plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Right now, looking at the current temperatures across the region, most of our area in the upper 50s. Some places, especially near the Mississippi River, already in the lower 60s. And as I mentioned, we could be seeing 80s today, especially for those of you near La Crosse. A few locations may stay in the upper 70s, but overall, it's going to be a very warm one across the region. Could be a little bit breezy, though, as wind speeds may reach up to 15 miles per hour. And it's not going to be quite as warm here in Madison, but still very comfortable with highs near 80. And again, even though it will be breezy with temperatures in the 80s, the winds, if anything, is going to make it feel more comfortable because it might just be a little too warm for some of you, especially me. I kind of like the temperatures we saw yesterday, but I'm still, thrilled with these nice weather, with the nice conditions. So the wind's not really going to impact too much. Now, the one blemish to today's forecast is we do have a chance of some showers and storms later in the evening, but they will be very brief and also very isolated. A lot of the region may not see any rainfall at all. No need to cancel any outdoor plans, especially considering a lot of the area, if we do see rainfall, some locations may not see it till well after sunset, and a lot of the area will be dry altogether. But a better chance of rain will come on Monday, and I'll talk more in detail about that coming up a little bit later.
All right, Jacob, thank you so much. Now let's move on to our top stories this morning. Yesterday, UW-Madison held its spring semester commencement ceremony at Camp Randall Stadium. It came after 2 weeks of students and protesters' occupation on the campus's Library Mall. Yesterday, Chancellor Jennifer Mnuchin avoided any direct comments on the protest, instead shifting the focus back to the war and the difficulties students of all backgrounds face from it. One person is dead and another injured after a motorcycle crash in Beaver Dam on Saturday. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office is investigating a motorcycle crash which resulted in the death of a 50-year-old Beaver Dam woman. The driver, a 42-year-old man from there as well, is suffering life-threatening injuries. Police say the crash occurred on State Highway 33 near Thompson Road. They say neither occupant was wearing a helmet and the crash remains under investigation. We're learning this morning from the Iowa County Sheriff's Office reporting physical abuse of a child in the city of Dodgeville. They say a woman aged 47 was arrested Saturday evening following a report of a disturbance. Sheriff's saying the woman was booked into Iowa County Jail on charges of felony physical abuse of a child and 4 counts of bail jumping. In Gaza, heavy bombardment was reported overnight in the city of Rafah. That's where Israel's war cabinet greenlit a new military advance, forcing hundreds of thousands to flee. Last week, President Biden warned Israel about invading Rafah and threatened to cut off some weapons supplies. Bradley Blackburn has the latest developments.
Explosions were heard in Rafah Saturday, where on the ground there was a frantic rush to get out. Israel dropped flyers from the sky saying you are in a dangerous combat area. The IDF is about to operate with great force. In the center of Rafah at the Kuwait Specialty Hospital, doctors called the situation catastrophic. There is no place for patients and injured to go except for this hospital, said this doctor. Press organizations packed up equipment and evacuated too, concerned about the danger. Evacuating Rafah is not a displacement, rather an expulsion, this journalist said. What then? Where could we possibly go? Many are headed to the coast in search of any safety, with massive encampments forming right on the beach. This family trying to stitch together their tent after fleeing from Rafah. When I came here, I found my tent worn out, this woman said. I stayed in it for 5 months in Rafah with other displaced people. In a video Saturday, Israel's military claimed it has killed dozens of Hamas terrorists in eastern Rafah. There's also renewed fighting in the north as the IDF tries to battle militants in an area that it claimed was cleared months ago. And rocket attacks into Israel continue. This home took a direct hit Sunday. Residents reportedly made it to a bomb shelter before impact. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And on Friday, the Biden administration released a report finding there is reasonable evidence Israel may have violated international humanitarian law in Gaza, but there is no firm conclusion at this time. Meanwhile, former President Trump was back out on the campaign trail Saturday after spending another week in court. Yesterday, he spoke in Wildwood, New Jersey, taking aim at President Biden for threatening to withhold weapons from Israel as it continues its war against Hamas in Gaza. Trump had this to say, calling Biden's actions, quote, a betrayal.
No, it was shocking to hear it. Even while there are still American hostages being held by Hamas, and they're saying, oh, October 7th never happened. You know, they say that. And Biden has fallen for it. Crooked Joe's action is one of the worst betrayals of an American ally in the history of our country.
And again, it was this past week when Biden said he would not supply offensive weapons to Israel for use in an assault on Rafah, which is the last major Hamas stronghold in Gaza. We are coming up on 7:36. Still ahead, Dr. Rupa Shah will join us with ways to stay hydrated during the summer months. And let's take a live look outside at the state capitol. Jacob will have your full forecast just ahead on weekend mornings.
Introducing Feli's Flowers Seasonal Planter Program. Makes the perfect gift for home or business. Enjoy a unique seasonal planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Dad, are you certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters, like the certainty of 4imprint, your home for high-quality promotional gear, including exclusive items and brands they love. Printed perfectly and guaranteed to arrive on time. To wow your clients, nail your next event, or inspire your team, check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Attention homeowners, Mad City Bath started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. We want to evaluate our custom bathing solutions in real homes for safety and convenience. Mad City is Wisconsin's trusted bathroom remodeler with installations in as little as 1 day. We're also your local provider for replacement windows and kitchen cabinet refacing. And now be one of 30 homeowners who call and receive free installation on a new bath or shower with no interest and no payments till 2026. Senior military discounts. Plus, call during this program and receive a free $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to qualify. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this, LT, what do you do when you're a company that sells them? We gotta fix this. It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Introducing Feli's Flowers Seasonal Planter Program. Makes the perfect gift for home or business. Enjoy a unique seasonal planter delivered to your door 3 times a year. Growing for Madison since 1949. Order now at Feli's Flowers.
Let's take a second and check out some of the weather photos submitted to us of the Aurora Borealis. This first one was sent in by Allie from Madison, showing that it indeed was visible from here in the city. Me and Kyle were talking about every time we seemed to look outside, it didn't, we weren't able to see it. But thank you, Allie, nonetheless, for submitting your photo. This next photo sent in by Brenda from Cazenovia. Thank you, Brenda, for submitting your photo. Moving forward, this one was sent in by Dawn from Waterloo, showing kind of a purple view color to the sky. And this one, pretty much completely green, was sent in by Chris from Marshall. So thank you, everybody, for submitting your photos. We love to see them. If you'd like to submit your own photo, you can through our website, channel3000.com. Click on the weather tab, scroll down until you see post your own. It is as simple as that. Give us your name and location, and we may show one of your photos that you submitted. So thank you all for submitting your photos.
Yes, thank you so much. Time now for Health Conversations. This morning, Shane Hogan sits down with Dr. Rupa Shah to talk about some ways to make sure you're staying hydrated as these summer months begin.
Our bodies are approximately 60% water, and maintaining proper hydration is crucial for our overall well-being. Here to discuss more about adequate hydration is SSM Health family medicine physician and wellness coach, Dr. Rupa Shah. All right, Dr. Shah, why is staying hydrated so important for our health? It seems like an obvious question. Yeah. We get told all the time, drink more water, but what's kind of the science behind that of why it's so important?
Yeah, so staying hydrated is just good for our bodies overall. It maintains what we call homeostasis. It keeps the cellular function going in our body. It helps moisturize all of our tissues, mucous membranes, you know, eyes, nose, mouth. So really, really important for that. And so we just need it to kind of stay alive, basically, right? So, yep, super important.
Yeah, pretty critical.
Pretty critical.
How much water is recommended in a day? Because, you know, we've probably heard it since we were in grade school, right?
Yep.
Maybe a good reminder for some folks.
Yeah, so a good general rule of thumb is 8 glasses, 8 ounces, right? So 64 ounces a day is a good, you know, starting point.
Okay.
You can go a little bit above that, and it's all going to depend to how active are you, how intensely do you exercise, body composition, weight. So there's a few other factors that some people may need a little bit more, some people may need less, but you want to aim for about 64 ounces a day. Yes.
Pretty even number for people to remember. And, you know, a lot of the times you can get a water bottle and they have that.
Exactly.
You know, they have all the measurements for you. There you go.
Yep.
Now, is there such thing as being overhydrated, drinking too much water?
So it certainly can happen. While it is rare, you do want to be cautious. There are people that are kind of overdoing the, you know, drinking the water.
Sure.
And so we do see it occasionally. When your sodium levels drop below 135 millimoles per liter, we call that hyponatremia. So when there's not enough sodium, fluid kind of moves into those cells. Remember, we said that our body is maintaining that homeostasis. So that fluid moves into the cells and those cells swell. And that, if that happens in your brain, that is a problem and can even lead to seizures and such. So over drinking, while rare, could cause really serious health problems.
Sure. All right. Some good info there. Dr. Shah, where else can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
All right. Thanks as always.
Thank you.
Still to come on weekend mornings, Andrew will check in with Saturday's news and sports. We're going to be right back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
At JR's Mulch Sales, mulch is all we do, which is why we do it better. We deliver 10 varieties of mulch 7 days a week, right to your door. Call us today.
JR's Mulch Sales, spread it around.
Bad sleep?
The worst.
There's really no excuse for bad sleep during the Memorial Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get $100 off every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings stack up. Or check out the Summit Easy on the Wallet for only $299.99. Save up to $200 on our Doctor's Choice lineup, plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The Memorial Day Super Sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. Experience it all on America's largest and fastest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of unlimited for only $30 a line. Switch today.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
At JR's Mulch Sales, mulch is all we do, which is why we do it better. We deliver 10 varieties of mulch 7 days a week, right to your door. Call us today.
JR's Mulch Sales, spread it around.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Here's a look at the 3 things you need to know for today and the rest of this week. Today could be the warmest day of the year, as highs could possibly reach the lower 80s for a lot of our area. We do have a chance of some storms this evening. A better chance of rain, though, will come on Monday. Excuse me. So here's a look at the forecast today. Plenty of sunshine during the afternoon. Highs will be in the upper 70s to lower 80s. The warmest temperatures will occur out near the Mississippi River near La Crosse, where temperatures could possibly creep up towards the middle 80s, but still going to likely stay in the 80s. 90s are very unlikely today. Now, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather for areas north and northeast of Madison, but we don't have an alert day in the forecast simply because these storms are going to be very isolated. And then if they do get to severe level, they will likely be on the lowest end of the severe criteria, which would be 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts or hail up to 1 inch in diameter. So as we look at the forecast today, much of the day will have plenty of sunshine. But as we get towards the evening, we could start to see some of these pop-up showers and storms. The rain, if it does fall, will be very brief, and a lot of our area will miss out on the rain altogether, so no need to cancel any outdoor plans. This will be just kind of during the evening, and a lot of our area may not see that rain until well after sunset. Now, as we get towards Monday, we have a little bit of a better chance of precipitation. We'll see some showers and storms move into our area from the south. Unlikely to see any severe weather, but there could be a few storms. And the heaviest rain will be from Madison and points southward. Places near the Dells could definitely see some showers, but the further north you go, especially up north towards Eau Claire, you folks will see very dry conditions for Monday. Very unlikely to see that precipitation. And a lot of this rain will clear out during the overnight hours on Monday, but evening and early overnight Monday, that's when the best chance of rain will occur. But overall, the heaviest rain will stay off to the east of our area towards Milwaukee. And as we get towards Tuesday afternoon, we are going to see dry conditions with mostly sunny skies, especially for areas to the north and west. Total precipitation, mostly from the rainfall on Monday. Could be up to 1 inch for areas south, but my guess is we'll be closer to around 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch at most. Again, the heaviest rain will be off to Milwaukee, and the further north you go, the less rainfall you will see. Now, looking at the temperature forecast over the next 10 days, we'll be near 80 today, but then we'll be closer to average for the rest of the week, where the average high is now very close to 70 degrees for this time of the year. Looking at the 7 to 10 day forecast for you folks in La Crosse, sunshine is expected Tuesday and Wednesday before another chance of rain is expected Thursday. Thursday does look to be the best chance overall for rain, where really our entire area will likely see some showers and maybe a few storms at some point on Thursday. The temperatures not really going to be impacted too much. In fact, they may even warm up after the storms. For the weekend, we could see highs back in the middle 70s. And overall, this is looking like a very typical May forecast with several chances of rainfall and temperatures mostly in the upper 60s to lower 70s.
Whitewater Baseball already locked up the WEAC regular season title, but what they really want is a WEAC tournament title and the trip to the NCAA tournament that comes along with it. And the Warhawks, they weren't messing around to start off the game, scored 7 runs on La Crosse in the first inning and added 2 more in the third. That gave Jack Hagan a 9-1 lead to work with, and the freshman carried the load from there. He struck out 8 in an 105-pitch complete game masterpiece. But at a point, Hagan's like, can I get some more run support? And Matt Scolin's like, yeah, I'll lend a helping hand. Hits the wall-scraping home run over to give Whitewater an 11-3 lead, which meant there was only one thing left to do, finish the deal. Whitewater wins its 8th WEAC tournament title in program history, and rightfully they celebrate with the trophy and will await their opponent in the NCAA tournament. And on the softball diamond, it was the same story, except the Whitewater women went into Oshkosh and beat the Titans to win their own WEAC tourney title. The Warhawks are white hot, headed into the NCAA tournament, riding a 9-game win streak. Brewers looking to stay perfect against the Cardinals on the season. Bottom 7, 2 down with, make that down 1 with 2 on and 2 out. Rhys Hoskins flips the game on its head in one swing of the bat. His team-leading 9th home run of the year puts the crew up 5-3. That's a score that would hold throughout. What an offseason signing Hoskins has been. He was the difference maker last night. Brewers win their 8th straight over the Redbirds for the first time in franchise history. Hosting the Packers charity softball game is a rite of passage for the Packers. The only people that have done it, Brett Favre, Donald Driver, and Jordy Nelson. But at 2 nights ago's softball game, Driver, that is Donald Driver, decided that it's time to pass the torch to Jordan Love. Driver's blood, well, it runs about as green and gold as the Chicago River on St. Patrick's Day, and he says that Love's the future of Green Bay's franchise. And as the QB launches his own charity, Driver felt like it only made sense to put Love in his seat.
I have this opportunity to pass it to what I feel is the future quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. And so now it's time for the legend that I think and I know that he will become. It's to pass the torch to him.
Trying to give back, trying to do more, obviously. I'm blessed to be able to play in the National Football League, blessed to be able to play football at the highest level, and it's an honor.
Steve Stricker looking to three-peat at the region's tradition. He enters the 3rd day of the event as the leader after shooting a combined 12 under on Thursday and Friday. Beautiful approach shot here on 16. Stricker still looking for his first birdie of the day. And on the putt, it just misses wide. He gets the par, finishes the round at 1 over. He'll enter the final day, which is today, within 2 strokes of the lead. That's your morning sports fix. Have a sensational Sunday.
Thanks, Andrew. Still to come, a look at a spectacular air show which took place over Washington, D.C. yesterday. We'll talk about it next on Weekend Mornings.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's got a great swing. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Ryder Chip, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your home renewal with 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
Attention, Wisconsin. Get ready for Tundraland's first ever mega sale event.
Is your bath looking tired and in need of a serious update? Our mega sale event is the best time to get your new jacuzzi, bath, or shower from Tundraland. Check this out. Get 100% off on installation and make no payments until 2025. Now that's an incredible deal. And if you call right now, we'll even include a free accent wall upgrade. Just imagine, in one day your bath can go from this to this. With lots of styles to choose from, your bath will look simply amazing. We'll bring the showroom to you and help you find the bath or shower of your dreams. Our certified expert installers will complete your project in as little as 1 day. And all our jacuzzi baths and showers come with a lifetime warranty. Call now and get free installation, a free accent wall upgrade, and be payment-free until 2025. Call 1-800-TUNDRALAND or go to tundraland.com today.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's got a great swing. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Dealing with consumer issues can be time-consuming and stressful. Need help? News 3 Now comes to the rescue during Call for Action Week. Watch what happened when our Call for Action team stepped in on 2 difficult cases for local residents. Learn important strategies you can use to protect yourself and your money. Then pick up the phone at a special time to get help with your consumer dilemma. Call for Action Week starts Monday, only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you.
Finally this morning, a look at a spectacular air show which took place over Washington, D.C. yesterday. Volunteer pilots in 56 planes covering nearly every chapter of aviation history flew across the Potomac River and over the National Mall. This was a historic event, by the way. Normally, the airspace around D.C. is tightly restricted, and so the air show is helping mark the 85th anniversary of the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association funding. The association's mission is to advocate for the rights of pilots. It was founded back in 1939. Super cool stuff to see that there. Here's Jacob now with one final check of your Sunday forecast.
Thank you, Kyle. Today, we are going to see possibly the warmest day of the year, highs near 80. I should say warmest day of the year so far. We're definitely going to get above that level at some point this summer. But overall, it's not going to be as warm for the rest of the week. Highs will mostly be in the 70s. We do have a small chance of a shower or storm this evening. Better chance for Monday, but on Monday, the rain will mostly be for Dane County and areas south. And then Thursday is the best chance to see widespread showers and storms, especially during the afternoon and evening, with a few smaller chances for Friday and Saturday, and then for next week as well. Overall, though, very typical May forecast, highs in the 70s, few chances of storms. Enjoy the warm weather on your Mother's Day.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you all for watching, and have a great Mother's Day to all watching.